In the last video, I went to Slab City. I hung out there for a day, and then I got a ride out from the Slab Cab, which is a thing. At the beginning of this video, I am at the north side of the Salton Sea, near Indio, California. So we're like on the north side of the Salton Sea now, and all this shit right here is like, it's like a stiff mud, you know? I don't know. It's kind of a weird consistency. But I figure probably the Salton Sea used to come up, maybe not this far, but you know, used to come up quite a bit further. And now all that space where it's retreated is just these little weird mud deserts. We're just south of Palm Springs, and you can see why. Lots of palms around here. Pretty sure they're all, well, probably not all. Pretty sure they're native to this area. And there's a lot more bushes than there was out there by Slab City. Slab City was pretty much just desert. Now we're in the more, you know, shrubby sort of territory. And I think that pretty much continues all the way into Los Angeles. I wonder what Los Angeles looked like before it was just a giant city. It's probably pretty cool. So I've been kind of looking at this highway here, thinking, how am I going to hitchhike on this highway? It's not really, you know, there's no on-ramps or anything. It's a small highway and stuff. So wasn't sure what I was going to do there, but I looked online, and there is a bus actually that runs up to, not up to Palm Springs, because Palm Springs isn't actually on the interstate. So there's a different bus that goes up to somewhere else. I don't remember the name, but it's on the interstate, and there's an actual on-ramp. So I'll be walking back this way at some point to catch a bus to go way up that way, and then I'll be on the interstate, and I can get in more towards San Bernardino. I think that's probably about as far as you can go before you're just like in the city. You know, there's a reason California has a reputation for being beautiful. We're in the and Palm Springs is like right over that way, I guess, or something like that. Oh, there's, I can just about see the highway sign right there. 1,000 Palms, 10, Los Angeles, 124, looks like. Something like that. But yeah, nice. It's not like the you know, vibrant Arizona sunset, but there's just like a cool haze that gives the sunset something special there. And the palms everywhere. I mean, like I said, I just never get tired of palms. Palms are great. Not exactly sure where I'm sleeping tonight. I'm just in like a Walmart parking lot right here, but I got some food and I got some beer. And all this was $12, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So, you know, you gotta stop and enjoy the little moments, because they pass all too quickly. So this is already like not a great place to sleep, but I also didn't realize when I set up in the dark last night, I set up right on top of a big patch of spikies. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun to deal with. Yeah, as I'm editing this, it's like 2 months later, and I still have not gotten all the stickers out of that freaking sleeping pad. Ooh, ooh. What's up, little guy? He's just looking at me. He's like a little owl. I don't know. Cool bird. Definitely a little weird to just have a tent set up way out in the middle of nowhere, completely visible from many, many angles. But you know, it's better than having to hide in a corner somewhere. Nobody really gives a shit. And even if they did, they'd have to come all the way out here to kick me out. They don't want to do that. They just wait for me to leave. Having this guy weed whack the dirt patch, I guess, seemed a little pointless to me. I went over to get some coffee at a gas station. Tried to sit outside for a little bit, but got kicked out pretty quickly. So then I just went up to the on-ramp and tried to hitchhike for a little bit. Alright, well, it's like 10 o'clock. I feel like the traffic has slowed down significantly. I caught some of the morning rush at least. I think I got out here at like 9. I got kicked out of that Circle K immediately. I didn't even get my instrument out or anything. I just sat in front and wanted to see what would happen. There's a lot of workers out like changing trash cans and wiping down the handles and stuff, so it was kind of just like I was going to get kicked out of there no matter what. But I don't know, maybe I could go back. I need to be practicing more my music. Yesterday I went out and did like an hour on the corner and I was pretty damn rusty. I don't think I managed to play one song all the way through without fucking it up. So you know, there's that. The view from here is pretty cool. See all the crags and wrinkles in these rocks. It's pretty cool. Like way over here, I'm trying to see if it's focused, but like yeah, way over here you can see this like delta almost coming out of the mountains where all the sand washes out and settles right there, and then that's, you know, that's where you get all this crap from. It's just these mountains deteriorating. Every once in a while there's a big rain that washes some of it down, and sometimes it's just wind, probably. I don't know. It's a cool little valley though, the Coachella Valley. I wonder where they do the actual concert. It's got to be somewhere around here. They could do it here. I don't know if they do. Probably don't. There's enough space though. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like dusk right now, so you can't see that well, but just in case I forget or I don't see these in the morning, there's actually a whole bunch of mushrooms over here. They kind of look like ink caps, but they're growing in the sand, which makes me wonder. There's actually kind of a whole bunch of them right here. I'm sure I'll see this in the morning. I'll try and get some better video of it. Here's that mushroom. Like I said, it looks like a shaggy ink cap. I don't know if those actually grow around here. It's really stiff. Oh, and it just crumbles. Whew. Sport time. Huh. So yeah, it's not a shaggy ink cap. They don't do that. But yeah, some sort of desert mushroom, and they're growing all over the place over here. Just a pretty wide patch of them. I've never seen those before, but it's pretty cool. At some point I decided I'd seen enough of Indio, and I decided to take another bus up to Beaumont. So this is not where I've been sleeping, but I've been sleeping in a sort of similar area. This little riverbed or creek bed or whatever it is. It's obviously dry right now, but you know, clearly it's one of those things where they must get a lot of rain all at once. But this is pretty similar to where I've been sleeping the last couple days. So yeah, I think I found pretty much the best spot ever. I'm just totally invisible from all angles, unless you get right up to this cliff and look down. Only downside being, of course, if I was going to be here for a long time, this is obviously a riverbed, or creek bed, and probably whenever it rains, water runs down this way. But, I think it's pretty good. So I've been sticking around Beaumont for a few days now, and realistically I probably shouldn't, but I haven't been sitting on my ass completely. I've been doing stuff. I've got this app that I'm using to track my productiveness, even though that's a whole mental health rabbit hole that I'm probably opening up. But I think I've done all right here. I mean, look at the reports. So just for the last week, I mean, Blue is language learning, so that's how much time I've been spending on Vietnamese. The numbers on the side are in hours, so like 2 hours of productivity is a pretty good day for me. The red, I believe, is video production, and the yellow is music. So time I spent busking and stuff like that. And then if you do go to the last 30 days, like, yeah, I wasn't using the app that far back, so you can't really see, but I don't know. I've been doing okay, just keeping on track with stuff. I mean, I should be spending more time with the video editing and also with the music, but at least I'm doing something with my time, There's a couple 0 days in there, but not too bad. Today's a 0 day as well, but that might change still. There's still time. Alright, so I've decided I need to get out of here. And the first couple of links are pretty easy because there's a bus that runs from here all the way down to San Bernardino. Where is it? The downtown bus station here, which links up with the Metro link, which goes into LA. And then from LA, I really want to be getting over west towards Oxnard and Santa Barbara, but then apparently the train that goes to Oxnard is not running right now, so I gotta find another way to get there, maybe a bus or something. I don't really know. I've been to Santa Clarita before, and I know a couple places I can sleep over there at least, so maybe I'll do that, but you can't really get out of Santa Clarita without going like, I might be able to get out this way. The problem is just that the roads here aren't very good for hitchhiking. And California is pretty strict about, walking along the highway and stuff. And there's like nothing. If you go along this highway towards Oxnard, it's like pretty empty most of the way. I mean, it could still work. I just need to find a good place to hitch from, mostly. In the end, I never quite figured out what was going on with the train to Ventura, but I did manage to get as far as Moore Park. A few days ago, I was right near Thousand Palms, and now I'm near Thousand Oaks. It goes to show the sort of shift that we've gone through here. Alright, so I'm in Moore Park, which is kind of between North LA and like Oxnard. I'm not quite all the way to Oxnard yet, but basically in order to get out of here, I mean, this is like the road that leads out, and it's not looking like there's anywhere I could really hitch from. Maybe once I get outside of town I could a little bit, but it's looking like it's not going to be that easy. Not on the 101, but it's like I'm just north of there. But basically, I don't want to stick around here because I spent too long down in Beaumont anyway. So I kind of feeling like I want to keep moving. But there's a bus. I just don't want to keep taking buses everywhere, I have not hitchhiked once since I got, dropped off in El Centro. So, I mean, that's cool on the one hand that you can take buses all the way through California like that, but I don't really want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk. I don't think I can walk all the way to I don't think I can walk all the way to Oxnard, but I think I can walk to the next town over. It's only like, you know, I don't know, it's like between 8 and 10 miles, I think. But I think that's the plan. I think I'm just feeling like walking right now, so I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see where I go from there. I don't even know. You can see that we're not in the desert country anymore. Got lots of grass. It's this interesting little like spaghetti type of grass. I don't know what this is, but there's a lot of that around. There's like the trees are not palms anymore. There are palms. There are some, plenty even, but they're not all palms anymore. Some actual trees. Some, you know, hills instead of the craggy Rocky Mountains. There's nice green hills. Yeah, and once I get to probably Ventura, I'll actually get out on the beach for the first time in a long time. You know, I really didn't even see the ocean last time I was on the West Coast. So I was going through the sort of inland California, Central Valley, and then even in Oregon, I wanted to get down to the coast, but then I was going through too fast, and then the second time I was just on I-5. So, you know, I have not seen the ocean in a long time, but I'm going to probably be seeing quite a bit of it in the next couple weeks. So I was looking up house prices around here the other day, and yeah, as you might expect, this is Millionaire Row, basically. There's no houses in the what is this? Fucking Ventura County area. There's no houses in the Ventura County area that are less than $1 million for sure. And a lot of the apartments that I saw listed were like $3,000, $4,000 a month, which is just insanity. Like, you have to be making so much money to even afford that, and then all of that income is just going towards rent. It's just crazy. Anyway, it feels a little weird walking through this area being like, man, these people are filthy rich. Well, this is where I slept last night. It actually turned out pretty good because I was worried it was going to be a little too exposed. But the cover over here seems pretty decent, and these grasses, whatever these are, turned out to be taller than I thought from looking at Google Maps and stuff. So it actually turned out pretty good. I might just have to stay here another night. We'll see. So this is what we're looking at in this area. It's beautiful. Lots of different types of plants and trees and stuff. And these just rolling hills. All kinds of very expensive houses over there, I'm sure. As well as a couple farms. You can see it like way up there. There's one. On the walk in here, definitely walked through several nurseries. There were some farms and some nurseries. I don't really know that much about it, but it seems like pretty advanced operations around here. It's not just your bare bones, you know, put some seeds in the dirt and maybe some fertilizer. They had like some really sophisticated irrigation, and had a bunch of people out there, and I don't know, it seems pretty cool. I imagine we'll see plenty of that as we go up the 101 as well. Going up the, I don't know what you call that little corridor there, but there's a bunch of farms and stuff. Going up towards Salinas. And then, yeah, this is where I will be hitchhiking from once I decide to do that. I think I might take a day here, but we'll see. I'm trying trying to sleep in a different place every night just because I find that keeps me more motivated to keep moving. If I start to sleep in the same place for too many nights in a row, then I get comfortable and I don't want to move again. So trying to keep it moving, but I do think maybe I'll take like half a day here at least. Alright, well, I've decided that it's time to get this thing replaced. This new one I just got from Target, and it is the right sort of style, but I'm not sure if it's like, you know, exactly what I want, but whatever. Once it gets a little bit of wear on it, it'll look slightly better, but this one is just obviously like it's pretty cooked. This is where the seam of the hat used to be, like right there, and just over time that's gotten completely ironed out. Just like see how much dirt is on there too. And the top here, I mean, like, some of that is me being rough with it, but a lot of it was just not really avoidable. So we'll see. This one feels like maybe a little bit thinner, maybe a little bit less high quality. This actually cost a decent amount of money. My brother paid for it because he had money at the time and he offered. So, you know, that's a Stetson, and this is just some shitty you know, store brand for Target. I also got a couple of other things. Got some shorts for going swimming if I need to do that, some sweatpants, and some work pants to replace the ones I had that were the same sort of style. But yeah, you know, time to get these doodads moved over. You like the poker chip from Reno? Got that as a tip when I was busking. And this little button here I got in Arizona the first time I came through. I stayed in Quartzsite, so that's good. And then the little piece of calcite that I had hanging here I still have. It just fell off, but I just need to reattach it, or find a new way to attach it to this, I guess. That looks like it's stitched on, so I'll have to figure something else out, maybe right here. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I think I might try and keep this one around just in case I can get it cleaned and stuff. I mean, it needs some work, but yeah, like I said, it is higher quality material. Here's the new one. I don't know what that is. Here's a new one. I don't know. Does it look stupid? I don't think it looks stupid. Once it gets a little bit of dirt on it, it'll start to fit in a little bit better with my freaking mud-stained outfit. But you know, it's got the things. I don't know if they're like placed very well. Maybe I should move that one down or something. Maybe I should just cluster them all on one side, start collecting more of these. Figure something out. But yeah, I'll just wear it for a while, and I'll keep this one around, keep the old one around just in case I decide I want to go back. And we'll call that for now. Dude, I took a week off from playing the freaking ukulele. My calluses are all gone. I've like forgotten how to play all my regular songs. Sucks. I gotta be better about that. I gotta keep playing, even if I'm not busking. It's part of the issue is that, like, I feel like I have money right now. It's rude of me to you know, ask for money when I already have money. That's something I need to get over. And then it's also just kind of uncomfortable playing in front of people. But it's way more uncomfortable when you take a week off and then you don't remember your songs anymore. So, you know, take the lesser of two evils is what I gotta do. basically you got all these mountains and stuff over here. It's really more like hills, most of them, but that all gives way as you go south towards the Pacific Ocean into farmland. And then the 101 kind of cuts through here. So I think I'm not going to be stopping in Oxnard. I'm going to keep going up to Ventura, and then in Ventura I want to go out on the beach and actually touch the ocean for the first time. Huh. Well, I guess that's an option for tonight. If I don't find a place that I can sleep, I could just go down in there. Honestly, off to the side there probably wouldn't be too bad either. There's a couple places around here I might be able to sleep, but I can't quite go into Oxnard today, I don't think. So I've got this weird dilemma right now. I'm in a pretty good spot right here, and it's supposed to rain for like the next 3 days. The question is, do I just stay here, given that this is a pretty good spot and I don't know what I'm going to find up the road? Stay here for 3 days, or do I take my chances and keep moving? Because to be honest with you, I've been walking a lot lately and I just haven't made that much progress. Even though it's, you know, I think it's fun to walk and you get to see stuff you wouldn't normally get to see, but you know, it is very slow, obviously. So that's my dilemma right now. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably just staying here, trying to ride out the weather. You know, 3 days is a long time. It's not like it's not like that's an easy one to just ride out in one spot. I'm going to think about that today, and then by tonight I will come up with a decision. If it was just 1 day, it would be different. But it's going to keep on going all of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and probably a little bit of Sunday. So, and it looks like it's very low chance in the morning tomorrow, but it's still, you know, if there's any rain, then it's got to be dealt with. Underestimating rain is like one of the main things that has gotten me in trouble so far, so I really need to, like, I think I need to stay here and just like hunker down. Well, I think my final decision is that I'm going to stay here. And in that amount of time, since I don't really want to just like stay put, I've come up with a plan. So it's 3 days, right? And there's been like 4 things that I've been trying to do regularly, like 4 productive things. And that is music for one, language learning for another, video editing, and fitness. I don't think I'm going to be getting much, much of a workout in the rain under a tarp. But for the other 3, I think I can do quite a lot. And what I want to do specifically is I want to try and dedicate an entire day to each discipline. So I'll have an entire day studying Vietnamese, an entire day of editing videos, and an entire day of playing music. You know, we'll see how that goes and what I decide actually counts as a whole day and what actually counts as doing the thing, because playing music for a whole day might be a little odd, but I might work on writing songs or just like, I don't know, doing stuff. So that's kind of the plan. The first day I want to be video editing, because that's something that I've really been slacking on. I have not touched the video that I'm working on in like a week, and it's pretty close to being done. It's just really tiresome. So I think if I spend a whole day, I've got like that one video that I'm almost done with, then I can do the next one fully, and then the one after that I think I can't finish, but I can at least get it started. And I don't know if that's even gonna take all day, but if I can manage to force myself to work on that all day, then I'll be happy. So one thing I did today to prepare for this 3-day thing is I bought a new battery pack. This one is 20,000 milliamp hours, and my phone says that my phone's battery is 4,000 milliamp hours, so theoretically I should get 5 full charges off of this thing. But between these two, my phone should be good, and this was only like $30. I really should have bought something like that a lot earlier, but I have it now. So next step is just to set up my tarp. The sun is sort of going down, so I want to get that set up before it fully goes down, but also you know, I want it to be a little bit dark still. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan. Alright, there's my attempt. I tried to get a little fancy with it, and there we go, and tie this stuff off. So I put like a stick right there, and then I tied this off to create some tension. And I did the same thing on the other side, so now there should be this space under there. Alright, well, the wind hasn't started yet. It's the next morning, obviously, and the stake over there came loose, so I re-tied it with some twine and everything. The wind is, it's like a gentle breeze, but it's just the, you know, the volume of the tarp makes it like a sail. Just catches this light breeze and then it goes flying everywhere. Great, now that's falling apart. This stick's still standing up, but this one's not. As usual, I try to do something fancy and then I get punished for it, and I need to just always do the simplest thing, which is just stake down the tarp right around the tent. So every time I try to do this shit, it falls apart. Now I'm wasting time, precious time before the rain hits, trying to fix this shit. Alright, well, this is what my editing stuff looks like. My notes. I'm pretty much done with this one. I just gotta get, like, you know, I'm trying to do this thing now where I put in clips and pictures and things whenever I'm talking for a long time, so it's not too boring, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I got these 3 sections here that need different clips and things. Then there's a little section there that needs narration, and then I gotta do all the final stuff. It's no, stop. The software that I use is very good for a free mobile editing software, but it's really limited in a lot of ways. You can see you have the main timeline down here, and then you have a bunch of stuff on top of it. And basically, it's not like a normal program where editing the main timeline makes sense. I don't know. In this one, if you delete any clip off the main timeline, it automatically moves the other clips on the main timeline back to fill the space. So that sounds great, but the problem is it doesn't move anything that's on top. So all the, you know, narration, all the extra clips on top, everything like that, once that's set in place, if I delete something from underneath it, I have to move it all over again. So that's my biggest gripe with this software. It makes it really hard to do anything more complicated than like simple, you know, clip editing. But I'm pushing it to its limits. I think I'm probably going to scale that back pretty soon here too. Basically what I have to do is if I have started putting in these kind of clips already, and then I decide I need to make some sort of edit to the main body of the video, I have to just export the whole thing and then put it into a new project and do it that way, which is a real pain in the ass. Strangely enough, right as I started editing this, there's a new update for the app that totally fixed that issue. So, and now I have nothing to complain about, really. It's pretty much a fully functional video editing software at this point. Yep, here it comes. Alright, well, got a little bit of rain and things were not going so smoothly, so I came back out. The rain stopped, I came back out, readjusted. I moved this one way further over, moved that one way further back. I think the back of my tent is now covered. Tried to pull all the material back this way so that these guys can have more room. One of the things that's really annoying, see, I got these new tent pegs. I got these a while ago actually, and what you can see here is that I tried to hammer this through the grommet in this tarp, but it didn't actually fit. So the grommet ripped off and bent, and now I mean, I'm probably gonna have a hard time getting that off of there, to be honest. So learned my lesson after that one, and I decided on this one I would just tie it down, twine. I think it's probably a good enough knot there, but also twine is really not that strong. But this shouldn't be under any extreme force or anything. Yeah, to be honest with you, there's not nearly as much rain as it seemed like there was going to be. I don't really know if there's even going to be that much more for the rest of the day. So there's a little blip. And then, I mean, the forecast looks like there's going to be rain. But now it looks more like it's intermittent rain, not consistent rain. So it's one of the problems of relying too much on the forecasts. It's still better safe than sorry, so I don't regret setting up the tent this way, but it is making my life harder. The wind's getting a little rowdy here. I've been watching this stick and stuff. It's actually holding up surprisingly well. But I don't like it. It makes me nervous. It's actually raining pretty hard out there too. Yeah, I mean, these predictions keep changing and stuff. I mean, you know, just goes to show you that predicting the weather is not a precise science. I spent the rest of the day basically trying to get as much done with the video editing as possible. In the end, I don't know that I was all that successful, and I was also starting to have doubts about this whole freaking experiment. Alright, well, pretty much looks like it's not going to rain today. So I guess I'm going to try and get out and do something, because I'm feeling pretty bad just laying here all the time, like physically. It's not good for my back, and I'd like to use the bathroom and stuff, so I think I am going to go somewhere today. So yeah, I think what it looks like is there's not going to be any rain tonight, and there's probably going to be some rain tomorrow night and into the next day. But again, we don't know how much. I was expecting a lot more. So I think what I might do actually is I might just try and keep moving, and I'll get a hotel room for the night that it's supposed to be rain. I kind of need a hotel room anyway because I'm all dirty and shit. And I have money right now, so, you know, spending it on a hotel room is not necessarily like a good investment. But it keeps you dry and it gets a shower, and you know, if I have the money, might as well spend it. After that, there shouldn't be any rain for another like week at least. It doesn't show anything at least, so I don't know. I think when you're by the ocean, it just is a little bit less predictable. So we'll just have to see what happens, but I also probably need to just get used to it. So as you may have noticed, I did abandon my whole nice neat plan of doing one thing on each day. It was a nice idea, but at the end of the day, you just got to do what makes the most sense in the moment. Some of you might be saying to yourselves, like, why didn't you just do it anyway? You know, you could have just gone through with the whole thing. And to you I say, I envy you. I envy the people for whom simply saying you're going to do something is enough motivation to get you to actually do it. For me, it just doesn't quite work that way. But I've come to terms with that a long time ago. It's just the way things are. I do this a lot. I make plans, things that sound really cool, and then when the going gets tough, I realize maybe I wasn't being super realistic. Well, and I think that's where I'm gonna cut it for that one. In the next video, I pass through all of the really beautiful scenery right on the coast there, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and up in like San Luis Obispo and Paso Robles, up to where I am now, which is on the I-5 towards the northern end. Not all the way up to San Francisco, but yeah, we're catching up to that, catching up to the present. Hope you enjoyed it. I had 2 donations from the last video to read. One of them was from our friend Ernest. Gave another $300, no comment. And then the other one was from Steven, or Stefan. I'm not sure how that's pronounced exactly, but either way, it was $20, and he said, great content. So thank you. Thank you for that, Steven. Thank you for that, Ernest. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video.